Welcome to the JBJ Management Podcast. I'm Willis Johnson today with Samantha Gordon, and today our conversation is one of my favorite topics. Why Dallas? You're from Austin
I am.
and not going back.
Nope.
Why Dallas?
Gosh, I have a skewed perspective a little bit, only because I grew up in Austin. I was ready for a change. I feel like my perspective is very different from somebody that's looking at the two cities and comparing them and saying, I either want Austin or I want Dallas. I looked at it and I was like, I'm done with Austin. I gotta go to Dallas. I couldn't do it anymore.
But why not go to Fort Worth? Why not go to Houston? Why not go to San Antonio? You had options. San Antonio's closer.
I didn't want to go to San Antonio. I wanted the downtown. I wanted the feel of, I love Austin's downtown. They had a great downtown area. I always wanted, if I lived there, I would love to live downtown, be able to walk and go to restaurants and shop around there. I always lived on the outskirts, so I kind of loved that idea. Came to Dallas, could see the downtown area, loved the thought of working downtown and then living close by and being able to have a short commute, being around a lot of restaurants and like a fun nightlife. There's a lot of fun bars that are around here, pubs, stuff, things to do. When games are on, you can go watch it with a bunch of people. I just thought it was a lot of fun.
So, and this is going to be interesting, I think. I was in Miami. My wife and I were in Miami. We were doing the little speedboat thing, looking at all of the celebrities' homes. And I said to her, Miami is really small. Miami has about 450,000 people.
Wow.
Right. But it has that, it's got the water. Mm-hmm. It's on the beach. San Francisco, the Bay Area. Everybody talks about San Francisco, the Bay Area. You know, Dallas is larger than San Francisco.
I did not know that.
And so, Mayor Johnson and Kim Tolbert, they'll love this. I sound like a Chamber of Commerce. When you think about, just name a city, Dallas is the 9th largest city in America. Fort Worth, it may be 10.
It's getting up there.
Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, all in the top 10, and they're all in the state of Texas. But of all of the cities here, why Dallas? Why does Dallas stick out in Texas more than those other cities? What is it about it?
For me, it was kind of the hustle of it. Like, I loved the idea of being in this fast-paced city. Now, I don't love the drivers in the fast-paced city because they're a little crazy. But I do love the idea and that everything's go, go, go. And it's just kind of fun. I mean, coming out of college, that was something I wanted. I wanted to be, I don't know much about Houston, but I do know their downtown area is not like Dallas.
Suspect.
I didn't say that.
It's not. It's not all of that.
So it was kind of, when I was thinking about where I wanted to be, something that it was fun for a young professional to be in. I thought this would be a lot of great places to grow my network. We've talked a lot about networking here. Could grow my network. I could be a part of organizations. There's a lot of different organizations for young professionals to join here. And just to be a part of a fun city, a city that was welcoming to the young professional that's starting her career and just wants to see where Dallas will take her.
Has nothing to do with the Cowboys.
I have never really been an NFL football fan. I still have yet to go to a Cowboys game, so I can't really say anything. I'll cheer for him. I will happily cheer for him.
It's hard to do that.
Well, I don't always watch the game, so I guess it's okay that I'm not always cheering, but from afar.
I think that's the other thing that's interesting about Dallas. So you have the Dallas Cowboys that are in Arlington. You have the Texas Rangers that are in Arlington. We're working to keep the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. The Dallas Stars are contemplating whether or not they're going to stay. So if you like, but if professional sports, you have all of the sports
Hmm.
here.
And I didn't even mention that because I just never really grew up with sports. So that wasn't even on my radar moving here. It was an added bonus. I think I went to a Stars game my first 2 weeks of living here. Had so much fun. It was first professional hockey game I had ever been to. I had a blast. It was great. Went to my first Mavs game, I think a year ago. So much fun. Like that, there's those atmospheres are unlike anything else.
But the one thing they say we don't have water. We got Lake Ray Hubbard.
I haven't been out there. No.
We don't have water. We don't have hills. You know, it's flat. It's a plateau. We don't. You know, when the sun goes down, what do you do in Dallas that makes a person want to live here? But people are moving to this area. I mean, like herding cattle. They're on their way here. It's something about Dallas that makes you want to come. Or is it really the suburbs? Is it Plano? Is it Frisco? Is it DeSoto? Is it another O? Is it not really Dallas?
I don't leave my bubble. That sounds funny. I really don't leave my Dallas bubble. And I kind of love that. Every once in a while, I'll go up to Plano and Frisco for something that maybe I needed a store that only they had. But everything for the most part that I need is close by. The shopping, the restaurants, everything, the workouts, like all the stuff is close by. I don't leave. And it's funny because I notice whenever I leave the bubble, I'll kind of be like, oh, I got to get gas. I have to go farther than a few miles
True.
to get what I need. So I really don't. We have a fantastic restaurant scene here. That is something I never experienced in Austin. The restaurant management companies are so many that are here in Dallas, and they start so many fun restaurants and just really cool experiences for a lot of people to go to. And they're branching out. They're going, I mean, they'll take a concept that they have here and they'll take it to California and it'll do really well. They take them and they branch them out, and that's a fun thing to be a part of.
What does North Park Mall do for you?
I live so close there. I do like North Park Mall. I don't like North Park Mall on the weekends. It's busy. It's crazy busy. If I have to go there, I'm trying to go on a weekday.
It's the largest mall in the state of Texas.
And it's a great mall.
Yes.
I'll give it. It's a good mall. It's a great mall, but I try and avoid those crowds if at all possible.
It's big, and it's one of the points of attending when you're in Dallas. I was there one night,
agree.
and the Baltimore Ravens were playing the Cowboys on that Sunday, but several of the Ravens were at North Park.
Like the players?
The players
Oh, wow.
on a Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. So I mean, it's a destination place, North Park. But when you talk about this bubble, because that intrigues me. There is Main Street to Northwest Highway, which it sounds like that's the bubble you might be in.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's Main Street to 635. There's 635 to Legacy. There's Legacy to Lebanon. And there's Lebanon and beyond. And each one of those bubbles, the person who lives in that bubble never goes further south or really comes out of that bubble. And every now and then they'll venture into. So if you go to Frisco, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm out of town.
It was a trek. It was a trek.
So I wonder if people are just so comfortable in their little bubble and they don't get out.
I think when you find what works for you, you have your schedule, you have your places, you know when you like to go, you know what times you like to go, you know when the crowds are there and not there. It's so hard to stray from that. Like we are all creatures of habit for the most part. And I feel like that is kind of where that stems from. Is if you got it figured out, well, I don't want to go outside of that and make myself have to think more about what I'm going to do or figure out something new if that's what you want. And I'm so guilty of that. But I do try. I actually have some great friends that love to try different restaurants in all different parts of the city. And they're the ones, they'll send a text like, hey, we saw a new restaurant open. We'd love to go try it. Sounds great. Let's go. And we'll try and figure it out and find a reservation and go see it. So we definitely try. I admit I need to be pulled out of that shell probably a little bit more than I should, but it is fun to try.
The airports and the arenas are trying to do a better job of localizing, familiarizing themselves with the local restaurants and having those restaurants at the airport,
I love
at
that
Love
idea.
Field. Like,
Austin does a great job of that.
yeah, well, it's a mandate in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot, you won't see McDonald's, you won't see maybe a Starbucks, maybe.
It's all Austin Java.
Yeah, everything at the Austin airport.
Austin Java. Yep.
Well, so Dallas is starting to say, we want the local restaurants to be
Love
highlighted inside. One of my favorite restaurants. It's not a restaurant. It's got the best fish in town, though. It's Catfish Floyd. Mr. Bean, who's deceased now, I was able to talk him into coming out of the bubble, and he was at booth 120 and 106 at the American Airlines Center. Samantha, that fish was so good that by 6 minutes into the second quarter of every Maverick game,
sold out.
They're out of fish.
Wow.
They're out of fish. Now, to that point, people start to ask, where can you get that fish? It's at Glendale. It's in the Glendale Shopping Center at Ann Arbor and Marsalis. Then they said, I'll wait the next season.
Extend the bubble. Extend the bubble.
That's my point. That's
Extend
my
the
point.
bubble.
And so I wonder how many people, you think about a number of people between Main Street and Loop 12 and Interstate 20, they don't get out of that bubble either. And so, you know, when you start talking about why Dallas, there's so many things that we just don't know about Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're a growing city, there's just places that we don't venture because we're in the bubble.
Absolutely.
So why Dallas? Why not? Why not Dallas? I'm never leaving. I've been here since 1976. Let's see. I have a thought about that. Wherever the nursing home is, that's where I'm going to be. It's the JBJ Management Podcast. I'm Willis Johnson with Samantha Gordon.